Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Happy Mother's Day. Um, this is the set that I have for y'all this week for Inspo versus Outcome. My Inspo pick is this right here from the awesomely, supremely, wonderfully talented MJ Nails. I will link her Instagram page below for you all. If you have not checked out her work on Instagram, run and go look at her page because oh my God, she's awesome. So this is what I have come up with. The color is not right, but I still think they're pretty. I wish I'd been able to get that blue background color a lot closer, but I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with them. I still think they're pretty, and of course, knowing me, they were going to lean purple. So, oh well, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. So, I'm going to be using these dual forms this time. I've had these for a year now. I got them on AliExpress, and this is the first time I've actually put them to use. Now, I will leave them linked below for you all. They still sell them. You can still get them. They do come with one of these little clips, and I think you all are going to be seeing these a lot more. These are basically just not even basically, they're just plain, oh, there's 60 of them in the pack. That's what I'm showing you there. They are to make a tip. So, yeah. So, I will need my little flash curing lamp here. I've got all my tips sized up and ready to go. I'm going to be using this clear gel from Venalisa as a jelly gel, which means that it is thick. Very thick. It has no self-leveling properties to it at all. Going to be using my Oval 4 from Lisette's LGN Pro. And so, yeah, I've got them all ready and sized up and marked for the length, so I know how long to make them. To size these, you want to size them almost like you would a tip. Closer to the way you'd size a tip than a dual form. You still want to leave a little room in there, but not a lot. So, I picked this particular clear gel for these because it is so thick. I want to make them thin, but I also don't want the gel to be running all over the dual form. So, the thicker a gel is, the better it will stay in place, excuse me, in the dual form. So, I'm going to get a very thin layer inside of here. I'm making sure to keep my brush almost pretty much parallel to the surface of the dual form. That way I'm not dragging off a lot of it. And get my little flash cure lamp turned on and ready to go. And just stick it on the end of my nail like you would a regular, pre-made tip. And make sure it's straight, of course. And just cure it right there where it joins the nail. That's all I'm really worried about right now. Once I feel it take hold, I'll let go, make sure it's straight, and then proceed to do other stuff and just not even put my finger up under the lamp where it's supposed to be. So, yeah, make sure you get it under there you go, under the lamp. So, all these nails are going to be identical, so I'm just going to show you two each, step along the way. So, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing with this nail. And once I get them all on there, then they're going to go in the big lamp for a full 1 minute cure. And then I'll show you how they come off. So they've all been in the big lamp for a full cure. And to get these off, you want to be gentle with them because it's such a thin amount of gel in there that if you're popping them off, not being gentle with it, you're going to rip the extension off with the dual form. So yeah, these are, I'm telling y'all, they are so thin. They are like about half the thickness of a regular pre-made tip. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be using these more. And to get them off, once I finally got the hang of it, all I did was just squeeze them down the length and they just came right off on their own. So yeah, they just popped right off. And yeah, tips. I'm going to give them a good wipe. Make sure you get underneath more, the most. You wipe them all over, but definitely get underneath. Any part of the gel that's not been exposed to air is not going to be as sticky, but it's still going to be, it's still going to have some residue to get off of there. So, okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm lining my fingers up by the cuticle just to make sure that they're all fairly even. I mean, I know they are because I marked the dual forms, but just, double check. And I'm going to take my file and get any, bits that are hanging over, any extra that's come down the sides, that I don't want, and get the ends all leveled off. But doing it very gently because, yeah, these are, I cannot impress to y'all how thin these are. I've never worked with such a thin amount of gel in such a length on the end of my nail before. And yeah, I'm surprised I didn't knock at least one of them off doing this. But yeah, there's going to be a tiny little ridge right there probably. So I'm getting that with my file. And then wipe them again, get all the dust off. And yeah, we can, yeah. So that's what I've done. And we can move on. And this is where I'm showing you I'm trying to show you how thin they are. You can squeeze them and they could almost break. So yeah, I can't believe I've left these sitting around for a whole year and not used them yet. Kicking myself on this one, honestly. So now, while I've got this clear gel out, I'm just going to go ahead and use it to do something that I should have been doing all along on every set that I've been doing, and I forget, honestly. I'm going to put a very thin layer of clear gel down on my, my natural nail to give myself something to file back to. Now, I do already have my base coat on there, but if y'all have seen me do my nails before, you know that I put that on there so thin. So, yeah, that just gives me something to file back to, basically. So, now I'm going to try and mix the background color. Now, I've looked at her picture so many times over this past week, and I've made so many different mixes and tried so many different combos of glitter and gel and different mixes of gel polish, and I just could not nail this color down. I think the blue in hers was the glitter itself, honestly. In her picture, if you zoom in and look at the backside of the little bit of the thumb that's showing, you can see through the back of the nail that it's just glitter. So yeah, I don't know what glitter she used. It may have been an acrylic mix. I don't know, but I like doing these kind of videos because these show you that you don't have to use the exact thing that the artist originally used in their set. That's a lot of my aim behind these inspo versus outcome videos, is to show you don't have to have the exact same thing they used. You don't even have to use the same kind of stuff, like acrylic versus gel, to get the same look. So yeah, that's why I like doing these. And, I just like trying to recreate beautiful nails that I see online. So yeah, those are the different gel polishes I used for this color. It's still too dark, honestly. I feel like it needed more blue in it, and yeah, I would do a couple things differently if I redid these, but oh well. Like I said, I'm not dissatisfied with them. So, um, I've got my color out and mixed. I put some base gel down on my little palette there so I can use it to prep my brush here and when I'm done to help clean my brush. So, just get a little base coat through that brush and then wipe most of it out, and then that'll help pull the color out when you're done. So, what I'm going to do here, y'all have seen me do this before. I'm just going to get some color on the end of my nail here. And looking back, watching this back, I should have stopped with one coat of this. That's one of the places I messed up. I did not need two coats. Once the second coat goes on, it gets too dark. But, oh well. You know, they are what they are. So, yeah, I'm getting this first coat down. I'm going to get my little ombre brush and just kind of slightly blend out that edge there and cure them. Do a second coat, and then we're going to get to the glitter. Okay, so my gel polish is cured. I'm getting my glitters out and ready now. I'm going to use two different ones. This one from A&A, I have no idea what it is. It came in that last order I made that took 4 months to get to me. They threw some stuff in there that I didn't order. I didn't get all the things that I actually originally ordered, and then I got a bunch of extra stuff that I didn't order. So, yeah, like I said, I have no idea what this glitter is. You just need a sheer white iridescent glitter. I picked that one because it kind of has a pink shift to it. This one is from AliExpress. I'll link it below. Actually, I'll link the whole set. This is the 9-piece set that I bought, and oh, these are so pretty. Y'all will be seeing these again, definitely. They have like a texture to them that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's textured glitter. Uh, Anybody that listens to me a little bit talk about glitter knows that I'm a little obsessed with the textured glitters. They just look so cool. So, yeah, this is the gel I'm going to be using. My Mia's Secret Formagel in clear. Pretty much a brand new pot. I've had it for a while, but I just haven't used it. I picked this glitter this time because somebody recently asked me for some recommendations on hard gel to get started on learning, teaching yourself to use hard gel. And this is one of the ones I recommended. It's a good starting gel. I mean, it's just not even a starter gel. It's just a good gel. It's affordable. You can get it on Amazon pretty easily. It's easy to work with. This and the Born Pretty that I use, those are the ones that I recommend the most, especially if you're starting out. So that way you're not spending a whole bunch, and you don't have to worry about, if you're using too much or you feel like you're wasting it or whatever. It's not going to hurt as much, basically. So I've got a thin layer of that down, not cured. I've just grabbed a random brush out of my too big of a collection of brushes. And this one is from Beetles, I think. And just kind of stuck it in some of the gel that's on my nail to get it sticky so it will pick up this glitter. And so I'm going to put this layer down first and keep it as thin and flat as I can because I'm going to be layering that other glitter on top of it. This is a technique that I know a lot of people do, but specifically, I've picked it up from Enchanted Nails by Amanda. She's on YouTube, British nail artist. Go check her out too. Seriously, she makes some absolutely gorgeous nails. She has a way of layering glitters and mylars and flakes, and I really want to try and emulate some of the stuff that she does, like some of the techniques she uses, because that's just something that never really occurred to me to do, was to layer different kinds of glitters and, shiny, sparkly things on each other. And the looks that you can create layering stuff like that is just, they can be so pretty. And yeah, like I said, that's just something that never really occurred to me before I started watching her videos. And I don't know, most people would think, oh, well, I would have thought of that, but my brain just didn't, everybody's brain works different. Mine just, I don't know, I have a creative problem sometimes, I think. So yeah, anyway, I'm going back over what I've done, making sure everything's filled in and everything is laying flat. Nothing's hanging over the edges that shouldn't be. And then I'm going to cure this layer. And then, once they're cured, I like to go over them with my little orange wood stick, and this will kind of flick off any pieces that were not laying flat, didn't cure down for whatever reason. They were laying on another piece of glitter, not gel, and I covered up my pot of gel because when I do this, I tend to flip them right into the open pot of gel. Y'all have seen me do that before, and I actually got one stuck to the side there, so it's a good thing I put that lid on. So, and yeah, I've spilled my purple glitter, but oh well. Okay, so this is going to be the same thing pretty much that I just did. I'm going to put another very thin layer of gel down. And for those of y'all that are new to gel, see how perpendicular my brush is to my nail. That means that it's pulling off more gel than it's laying down. It's making sure the gel gets worked in between all the glitter I've already got on there, and it's not leaving a bunch behind, basically. So yeah, if you want to pull more gel off of your nail than you're leaving behind, you want to make your brush more straight up on top of your nail instead of laying down flat against your nail. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. And right there, I pulled off some loose glitter, so I'm getting that off of my brush. And then I'm going to do more of what I just did. I decided to layer this glitter on top of this other one because I wanted to tone down that first color, basically. And this sheer iridescent glitter on top of it knocks that color down just a little bit. It's not as bright purple as it originally was. And the two glitters, they have a different shine to them when the light hits them. The purple one, let's see, I'm looking at it right now. The purple one is more, I don't know, just straight, almost a metallic purple. It's got a little iridescence to it, but it's just a straight purple. And the white iridescent one on top, it is like, I don't know, it's like when you look straight through it into the light, it's bluish. But when the light hits it, it has like a peachy pink reflect. And so, yeah, that's why I decided to layer them. And once the light hits them, oh, it was so worth it. It just, oh, the colors that come off of these nails. I've got some pictures at the end that I shot out in the sun, and wow, they're so pretty. I keep looking at them. They're just, oh, they're so pretty. So, yeah, I got all that cured down, and now I'm putting another layer on top just to seal everything in, basically. I'm going to be pulling out another color here in just a minute for my nail bed color. And this layer of gel, I feel like it's going to smooth out that surface just a tiny bit, make it a little easier for me to blend the next color up over top of it. And so yeah, that's why I did it like this. Okay, so I got that clear cured, and now I have pulled this out. This is a hard gel that I bought off of AliExpress, It was with, I did a video on these gels. This was with that order where I got all those pretty, like, pastel colored pots of gel in the tiny little 5 gram, 5 or 8, 10, whatever they were, the tiny little pots. And I haven't used this gel yet. The reason I pulled out this particular one is because it looked like in her picture, the nail bed color that she picked was like a milky pink instead of a milky white. And I thought that that's what this was going to be. Once I got it on my nails, I realized that the pink, it just showed up milky white, basically. Which, y'all know I have no problems with. I love a milky white gel. A milky white blended up over a glitter is my favorite thing. I feel like I do almost every set like that. And I apologize if it gets boring to y'all, but it's my favorite kind of nail, honestly. But yeah, looking back, another one of the things I would have done differently, I would have tinted this a little pinker. But, oh well. They came out pretty, so I'm fine. So, okay. So I got that thin layer down on every nail, cured it, and then going in with another thin layer. This is going to be my slip layer. So I'm getting it on there very thinly and working it down to where I want my blend to be. And then I'm going to pick up another scoop of gel, and that is going to be, for color more than anything. Oh, right here, I'm getting my orange would stick out because I got a little gel up in my cuticle area, and you want to get that off immediately for, a couple reasons. It could cause lifting. Excuse me, it could cause it's potential allergy causer, all that stuff. So yeah, if you get it on your skin, get it off before you cure it. So yeah, while that thin layer is still uncured, I'm getting my next scoop of gel on. This is going to be for color, structure, my apex, all that stuff. I'm using my bigger brush to get the gel basically where I want it. Flip my finger over while I'm switching in between brushes so it doesn't run into my side walls, my cuticle area, all that stuff. And then I'm going to use my thin brush to maneuver it into the spaces that big brush wouldn't get and to get it blended. If you've been here for more than this video, you've seen me do this with the thin brush before. This is my standard operating procedure, basically, when it comes to sculpting. That thin brush is always there and ready to go for me. This is just something I've picked up from watching other people do it, and it has made such a huge difference in my sculpting, seriously. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing to the rest of the nails, and then it will be time for encapsulation. Okay, so I've got all my milky white, milky pink, whatever you want to call it, on and cured. So now I'm going to add a little bit more to the end of the nail because the structure isn't there and it needs to be. So, and I need to protect my glitter. So I'm going to get, I mean, it's the same thing I just did basically, just with the clear. So thin layer for my slip layer and then another scoop of gel and cure it. Going to do that to all the nails and then they'll be done sculpting wise. Okay, so everything's cured. Sculpting's done. They're not the greatest shape in the world, but, you know, they never are. So I'm going to give them a really good wipe here. I like to go over them twice just to make sure I've gotten all the sticky layer off. And then, let's see, what am I doing now? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to file. And I think it is the next day. Yeah, so that's why the light has changed. So I've got them filed, buffed, and, you know, ready, basically. I did notice that I filed into my white. I either filed into it or I didn't put enough to begin with. I don't know. Probably filed into it because I'm bad for that. So to fix it, I'm going to pull out this milky white gel polish. That was what I, figured out was the best way to handle this. I tried the gel, but it just didn't have enough pigment to it. So I'm going to use this almost like a builder in a bottle. I end up putting it over every one of my nail beds just in case there's a color difference between it and the hard gel that I've got on there. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit more and basically almost, I don't want to say sculpt with it, but put a little thicker bit of it right there and maneuver it like I am sculpting with it, basically. You can get away with this if you're using a gel that is not quite pigmented enough, that is like a milky gel or something that's more of a sheer color. You can use top coat in this way or base coat to level any kind of like dips that you're having a problem with. But I wouldn't do it with just a regular, fully pigmented gel polish, it's not going to cure correctly. It's going to wrinkle, and you're going to be creating more problems for yourself. So, yeah. I'm going over every single nail with this, the nail bed area. Like I said a minute ago, just to even out the color in case there's any color difference between this and the pinkish white that I was sculpting with. Then, while it's still wet, I'm going to touch up the areas that are missing and cure it. And then give everything a good, wipe it and then give everything a good buff. And then it is top coating time. Okay, so I lied. It's not top coating time. It is rhinestone time. So yeah, everything is buffed, wiped, ready to go. I pulled these rhinestones out. I have no idea where I got them. They've been laying around for a few years, I think, and this is the first time I've ever really used them. I don't know why, because they're gorgeous. I'm going to be using my regular McCart rhinestone gel. I'm going to be using just that little nozzle on the end because I just need one little drop on each nail. Her set only had one rhinestone on each nail, so that's what I did. I did have to hold myself back here. I wanted to put more on, but I thought, no, let's hold ourselves back. Let's do what the original set did. So, yeah. One little drop of rhinestone gel on each nail, one rhinestone in each, little spot of rhinestone gel, and then I'm going to cure. I'm going to make sure they're all straight first before they go on the lamp. Then I'm going to cure it. Okay, got my rhinestones cured into place. I'm going to be using my LGM Pro Shiny Top Coat on this set. And I've also got a little tiny fine liner brush out to put the top coat, around the stones and make sure that they're very secure. And also get in that little gap that's between the rhinestone and my cuticle area. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing here. Just top coating it. And wait till this top coat. Look at that. Once the top coat goes over the glitter, and then it comes back to life. Oh, I'm so in love with this set. Like I said, I wish I'd gotten the color that she had, but I'm fine with the purple, too. I would do purple. That's another thing I would do almost every set is purple, pretty much. It's not my favorite color, generally speaking, but it's definitely my favorite color to wear on my nails. So, yeah. So, I'm going to top coat, cure, and then we're done. Okay, top coat's cured. Everything's done. I used my Cuccio cuticle oil this time. I figured I'd switch it up. And yeah, like I said many times through this video, I didn't get the color that I was after, but they're fine. They're close enough. Funny side note, one of the gel polishes that I used, I think the darker blue that I started out with glows in the dark. Oh yeah, that's me showing you the thickness of them. They're a little thicker than I wanted, but two different coats of glitter, 2 coats of gel polish, encapsulation, that they were not going to be super thin. But anyway, back to what I was saying. One of those gel polishes glows in the dark, and I didn't find it out until we were at the movie theater last night. And in the full darkness of the movie theater, I had been outside to get some snacks, came back in, and my nails were glowing. So yeah. Yeah, they glow too, on top of everything else. So that's, added benefit, I guess. So, yeah. Before you all leave, please leave me a like. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe, I'd appreciate that even more. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Do you like them? Did I get close enough? What do you think about the glitter layers? Just whatever. Tell me what you want to see for future videos. Ask me questions. I'm always, I try and respond to every single comment. I really, really do. I appreciate you all sticking around. I know this has been a long one. There are some really pretty pictures at the end out in the sun to show the full colors of all these different glitters layered together. And yeah, that's it. I will see y'all next time. Bye.